Hey guys, this is DCHL Devin here, and today I am on my way to the OSBGL tournament. So I'm actually about to meet Walker. I'm going down my elevator. There's stuff in my hands. Anyway, so I'm actually going to be doing a video blog of this entire little series that I'm doing. I'm going to try to be as entertaining as GVHL James. See what I can do about that. He's a bit of a hard guy to top. So anyway though, if you guys don't know, the OSBGL is, the Canadian group, is hosting an event, an 800-point tournament, which we are attending. This is their grand tournament. And basically, it's just going to be me and Walker today. We were actually supposed to have 8 guys, and all 8 of them had to cancel on us. It's actually kind of nuts. Well, not 8 of them, I'm sorry. 4 of them. 4 of them had to cancel, so 2 of them are already flying. And me and Walker will be driving for an 8-hour trip. And some of the other guys, so we had Jake, and if you guys don't know, Jake is actually the one who attended Nova. He's the one with all the fell beasts. He fought against GBHL Tom, and unfortunately he didn't have his passport. And or I'm sorry, no, he had his passport, but he didn't realize it was expired. So I apologize, guys. Work with me here as I figure this whole adventure out. But actually, here we go. We got Walker. He's already here, fresh in the morning. This is 4:30 in the morning, guys. So, oh, there you go. So yeah, as I was saying, one of them, 2 of them couldn't show up, and that's all right though, because me and Walker know we can both represent pretty well.
Well, the goal was to sweep the board, so
yeah, exactly.
Now we can't do that.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is actually true.
This means you can't sweep the board, dude. That's all right. Matt and Evan are going to be there. They'll help us.
Trying to figure out how James does this, holding the camera directly in front of him the entire time. I'll actually probably get used to it, so apologize guys if it's a little shaky in the beginning, but over time I will get much better at this. Anyway, we'll get in the car and we'll talk to you guys very soon. Hey guys, this is DCHL Devin and Walker here driving us. Actually, he decided to be a trooper this entire time, and he's driving us the whole way, I think. Is that sure?
I don't exactly trust you driving, so.
He doesn't. Well, we were actually talking about it. So earlier I was discussing some guys who couldn't make it. We were kind of getting everything ready, so I didn't really have too much time to talk about it. But essentially we had Jake and Sam. Sam had some conflicts and couldn't come, so that got in the way, which is fine, wasn't his fault. Jake, he thought he had a passport, but it was actually expired. And most of our group, actually, we noticed that the passports were like a big thing, which we'll have to make sure we do better on for Articon, which is October of next year for Britain. But yeah, most of our guys couldn't attend anything. Couldn't attend this just because of the passport. Either they didn't have it, or they lost it, or I don't know, just one reason or another. Work got in the way, stuff like that. So we actually just passed our first rest stop. We're actually in Philadelphia right now, and so I guguess this is a great time to discuss the armies and what we brought and what our lists are. Walker, what'd you bring?
I brought Radagast's Alliance.
Radagast Alliance. You got what? 3 eagles?
3 eagles, Radagast on eagle, Treebeard, and an Int.
Alright. So if you guys don't know actually about this tournament, so he's bringing this powerhouse army, and I think it'll actually do fairly well in everything. What's the one you're worried about?
Actually, I've playtested them enough. I'm not really worried about any. Some will be close calls, but depends on what I get matched up against. Depends on how difficult it's going to be for me.
Well, these scenarios, I believe, are domination. 5 objectives. Sorry for the shakiness, guys. I got this. But yeah, I think it's going to be domination with 5 objectives.
Domination straight from World.
Yeah,
nothing special.
King of the Hill. Now this one's kind of modified.
High ground.
Or high ground. I'm sorry, high ground modified. It's you get points based on your wounds,
Might, Will, and Fate up to a maximum of 3. So
in each category.
Yeah. So each model only can potentially give 12 points to you. So things like Ring Rays can bring quite a bit of a maximum amount, which is good actually.
No, because they only have 1 wound.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, never mind. So Walker's actually doing it right by bringing Beorn.
I'm bringing Treebeard.
Oh yeah, you switched it.
I switched it. Treebeard and so I took out Bjorn and Bard. So my original list was Radagast on Eagle, 3 Eagles, Bjorn and Bard, the Bowman, all from the Radagast Alliance. Well, I was able to get my hands on Treebeard and an Ent, so I traded out Bjorn and Bard for Treebeard and Ent, which fits my playstyle better.
Okay, I didn't know he changed the list. So we have been playtesting his list for quite a while. My list, I guess just to run through the scenarios again.
Finish that. So high ground modified.
Yep. Then there's what's the next one? It's Seize the Prize.
Seize the Prize, which is a special scenario.
Yeah, this one's actually kind of cool. It's more like carry your cargo to the other end. Almost like you have a special cargo, you got to get to their board edge, they got to get theirs to yours, and you got to prevent that. Almost like our Kill the Messenger, but with far less messengers.
Well, the prize, if it gets dropped, it takes a whole turn to pick back up, which is a big thing.
Oh, okay.
And the game doesn't end until 25%, so that can cause a big issue, because you can get yours off the board, but you still have to corner your opponent. And or get quartered yourself. Both ways work.
I think I'll just pick an army of Ring Rays and then have them all sap will themselves. they'll spend all their will. Commit suicide right at the last minute.
I'm going to cast Blackguard at you. I'm going to throw all of my will at it. What? Yeah.
Suicide.
Last turn. Oh god, you can do that too. That's disgusting.
Yeah, you can. I actually thought about that as an idea, to have a mostly Ring Wraith army and have them commit suicide when anything came to him. And then the last one is a...
There's 4 missions.
Lords of Battle. Well, yeah, high ground.
Lords of Battle, yeah. Right on the book.
So the last one's Lords of Battle, which is the horrifying one against me. That's the one I'm kind of dreading. Now, I'll tell you why. I am bringing the list. I actually kind of think I'm going to bring to Desolation of Stockport. Well, I don't know. I might switch it up now because here I am filming this. But
but they haven't played it. That's England.
Yeah, that's true. It's you guys know from the channel. I'm my favorite army is Arnor and Hobbits, so I'm bringing them. It's actually 63 models, and it's a ton of Hobbits. And so basically, it's like 2 warbands of 12 Hobbits in them, led by Paladin Took and Merry. Just keep it cheap. And then there is Arathorn. He's leading basically a bunch of Rangers and Warriors of Arnor. So it's Arathorn, Malbeth, and Halbarad with a banner leading those 3. So, those 3 leading Warriors of Arnor and Rangers of Arnor to keep the bow limit as high as possible. I don't have any Rangers of the North, and I must admit that this little list was actually built for me. So DCHL Rob, if you guys don't know him, he is, you'll probably see him in Nova this year, he built this list for himself, because he's like a master list builder.
And then Devin stole it.
And then I stole it. I was like, that list is fantastic. I'm going to take that. He didn't mind. I asked him if I could use the list. He said he was cool with it. But yeah, I ended up using it, and it is fantastic. It's actually a really mean list. 63 models, all Arnor, and I shoot like crazy. My Hobbits shoot.
Auto pass courage tags.
Yep, I pretty much have basically Fury saves, pretty strong heroes-ish, but a lot of might.
A couple of them are good.
Usually I'll have to use my swarms and then use like heroic strikes and then bring them down with Hobbits. So all my Hobbits are not they're not upgraded for their strength. Instead, they're all considered armed with axes, which I'm really hoping the tournament organizer allows me to say, because buying a ton of Hobbits with axes is damn impossible.
Well, since every one of them is armed with an axe, that's okay.
Every single, yeah, exactly. It's not like I'm switching it up.
All models armed with axe. They're still Hobbit models, so
Yeah. I think a good fourth of them or third of them have axes anyway. So yeah, that is pretty much our two lists, and our Walker's not really worried about pretty much any of the scenarios. We're feeling like we're going to do pretty well in this.
Well, I've had the luxury of I sent out a big blast, and everybody has come and played against me. So I've played against elf armies, all three of the elf type armies. I've played horde armies. I've played Lake Town. I've got a chance to play Rob with his Lake Town against my Eagles. And I've played like all these scenarios for like the last month. So, and last weekend I played 3 of the 4 scenarios, and I won 3 of the 4. I played against dwarfs, Lake Town, and what else did I play?
Oh, Lake Town's the Rob's other list that he made.
Yeah.
This is another particularly nasty force. He really makes awesome lists.
Pesky Gandalf, he didn't die.
Oh yeah, that was the final edition I made. So my list, Rob initially made it for 700 points, and he gave the advice to add in Círdan, right? Círdan or Círdan? I forgot how you Círdan. Yeah, he gave the advice to add in him. So for those of you who think he's absolutely worthless, I actually find him to be an amazing piece of work in my force, because he gives me a second for 63 models. Halbrand obviously doesn't cover all of them, so now I can extend my command range where I auto pass, which is very important for Arnor. I have potential blinding light if I need it, and Hour of Dismay if it becomes useful. So he's just this utility hero.
So if you ever fight Devin, it's kill the Everstar banner and kill Círdan, and then you cause courage 2, and you charge 2.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me against Jake. So Jake, I played against his all ring wraith list. First time, he didn't know he had to take out my heroes. He had no idea. So I ended up just crushing him. It was like an easy 10-0 victory. It was like amazing. But the second time I played him, he knew exactly who to take out, and he just black darted the hell out of all my heroes. He just flew around and destroyed them. So that pretty much ended the game for me. But yeah, that's. I'm hoping to God that no one has an all ring wraith list. So
I'm actually looking forward to my list, because my list is actually built for the shock and awe value. Nobody usually plays a list like this, so I mean, yes, monster lists, but they normally see them as trolls. Difference between eagles and trolls is eagles can easily get behind the line, go after those support characters and eliminate them, taking out those key things. I played a game against Erebor dwarves, and they had Saruman the Wise in there. Radagast flew over on the second turn, hit Saruman the Wise, and ganked him in the second turn, and after that he flew back to the other side of the lines, and I just had all my monsters push forward, which ends up being great, because that mobility is one of the keys to this list, and so few people are not used to having armies that are that highly mobile, that strong, and that defensible.
So yeah, that's actually a major advantage on his part. Mine, I'm gonna have to pretty much.
That, and I found a use for Radagast on Eagle, because he works in this list. If I took him on the sleigh or on foot,
it would not have.
It would not have worked as well. So
I've played against Walker's list twice. It's actually a very difficult list to beat. So mine is only difficult in the fact that there are a ton of shooting, a lot more than you'd expect, and a lot of numbers. I don't even think Walker ever broke me in my matches.
Yeah, I broke you.
You broke me?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Last game I broke you. Our first game we played when I was first testing out my list, I lost.
I did. To be fair, I had Rob's help on that one. Rob's kind of one of our best players, which is unfortunate he didn't get to play at Nova, because when the GBHL showed up at Nova, we had basically 2 of our best players out of the ring judging the tournaments, which is actually, hopefully during Articon, we'll get to show up and prove that a lot of us are actually very good. But essentially, yeah, I think, well, that's it for you guys for the tournament scenarios and the army lists. That's what we're bringing. I guess we'll film again when we know what everyone else is bringing. I believe we're meeting with whom? Evan and no, we're meeting with Sam Taylor today, right? Find out.
I think so. Yeah, I think Matt and Evan are going to be there too. I thought we were
Yep. Yeah, that's
going for
right.
dinner.
All right, so we're meeting 2 of our other DCHL members. 2 of the ones who are coming, and then we're going to be meeting Matt and that's Matt and Evan. You guys probably recognize them. And then they came to Nova, and then we're also meeting with
Some Canadians.
Canadians. so very nice people.
A big thing, Devin, I think all the viewers want to know. What's your goal for the tournament?
Okay.
Where do you think you'll place? Things like that.
My goal. All right, so I think Lord's Battle is going to hurt me quite a bit. I really do. I think that. It's really difficult to tell, but I'm going to have to base this off of Adam Chandler, Sam Taylor, and Garth, who came to Nova. I think
They got mean list.
Yeah, Sam Taylor did very well, actually. He was like 5th or 4th. I can't even remember the
He was in
rankings,
top
but
5,
yeah,
yeah.
he was easily. Yeah, he did very well. Adam Chandler, I know he did well. I forgot what lists he fought against. I think I'm going to do just fine. I think this list is very solid. I tested this out against a really mean Angmar list, against Walker's list. I've tested this against some Mordor armies. I never tested against L's, but
You should have tested it against L.
I know. That like L's are probably going to show up all over the place. Here's why I'm not worried about them too much is only because actually, you know what? I never really got outfought too much in my fights, except for against you. I was outfought against you, but you're big monsters.
Yeah, but to outfight you, all you need is a fight of 5.
Yeah, exactly.
For the most part, your warriors aren't fight 4, are they?
No, they're not.
Fight
They're not
3.
fight 4.
So even fight 4 guys, I'll fight you. So Urkai, did you fight Urkai?
Yes. Yeah, I fought against Urgai. I did. I beat them as well, so that was good. That was against Luke, and yeah, I think. All right. Expectations. What is it? What's the rankings? Top 3?
Top 3 for what?
Top. Is it top 3? You get like 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Is that what they have?
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
Well, he's only announced the first place prize and announced all the rest of the prizes.
Okay.
There's
We do
like
the same thing.
There's best painted, and I think he's doing 2nd, and 3rd place.
All right, then I'm gonna go for how many players are there? 40?
Not quite. Last night there was 29.
29. I know we have 4 of ours drop off. So,
Yeah.
all right, 30.
But
About 30
some of
players.
those didn't sign up, so
Yeah, they didn't even sign up yet.
so they weren't even on that list. This is 29 people paid,
Okay.
already rock and roll.
So, and most people tend to sign up last minute. So, all right, I'm gonna go for. I know this sounds pessimistic almost, but I'm going for just top 10.
top 10.
I know
Wow.
it sounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Way to represent America.
Walker's gonna win the tournament.
The Brits come to America and sweep the prizes.
You know what?
And we're going to Canada, and you're like, I want to get the top 10.
I mean, what did the GBHL were? They only ranked it amongst themselves. Like, you know, they knew.
All right, so we can rank it amongst ourselves. Who's going to win?
I'm gonna beat Walker. All right, so in a technical aspect, Walker is better at the game than I am. But in my opinion, I think he's playing with a far riskier list. A list that takes a little bit more luck on its side. Not that it can only win with luck, but it takes just a little bit more luck to win, only because a couple bad rolls, turns of bad rolling, will really hurt you.
I actually played a game where I had rolled poorly the entire game. I was playing against Nathan, and he ended up tabling me, but I still won.
There you go.
The dice were not in my favor. The only thing that saved me was I kept making priority rolls. Other than that, wounding, hitting, I wasn't winning fights, nothing. He was slaughtering my army, but it was precious cargo, and I got the relic off the field, and he's like, oh crap, and I'm like, I win, because I stopped him long enough, and it was like, die, go, die.
Go get yourselves killed, Ben.
Go, Eagle. Go right away. Fly back in there. You can take them. Nope, you can't. Never mind.
You know what? I'm not going to doubt myself. I think I have surprised myself with my list. I will say, not having really lost any matches with it so far.
Besides to me.
I lost one to you?
Yeah, because you conceded. That's a loss.
No, it's not.
You're like,
screw this. I'm tired of being thrown around by eagles.
Wait, when did I concede?
when we were playing high ground and you lost all your characters and you were like, well, now I can't win.
Yeah, see, you know what? That's the real problem with my list is you had terror everywhere.
Yeah.
So I couldn't pass my terror test. And I had the same problem against Jake. My army just stops. It completely stops moving once you knock out my heroes.
I don't see the excuses. I play Goblin Town Army, Kirch 2. Against Jake's army, it's Kirch 1. And I don't have the auto pass at all.
Yeah.
And I still beat Jake, so...
No, it's true.
With Courage,
I beat him with Hunterworks. Hunterworks have Courage 2. Yeah, so I did beat him with... I don't know why I conceded, unless it looked obvious you were going to win.
No, it was obvious I was going to win.
Oh, good. Alright, so then that's why I conceded.
You had lost all your hobbits, other thing that can potentially kill me, and you lost all your characters. And you were either already broken, and I wasn't broken, or even close.
Yep,
so
top
you're
10.
Like, you're like, I'm done.
Top 10 people. So that's
He was confident in there for a second that he was going to be more than top 10, but clearly his expectations are low.
Alright, I'll go for the top 5, but I don't know. We'll see. My list, if anyone starts to really understand my list very quickly, then they'll start assassinating all my characters.
Yeah, but it's still hard to get to your characters because you can
Yeah, I mob them. Yeah, I mob. They're all behind waves and waves of men.
The only way I got to them was because I chucked them around everywhere.
Yeah. So all monster lists probably might hurt. And I think elven armies might do some damage. I'm not sure. Elves don't hit very hard.
If you do Círdan, well, it helps hit hard, but the bow's the thing. So Círdan with Blinding Light.
Yeah.
You cast that and you're good.
Yeah.
And then you just have more shots than they do, so you all shoot them.
I almost considered throwing Círdan out for Legolas, only when I saw Jake's list and he had a Shadow Lord. But I don't think anyone's bringing an all-fell beast army.
I could have seen swapping out Círdan for like Galadriel, Lady of the Light.
That was an idea too, but I didn't have her painted up. I would have had to borrow Casey's, and I didn't want to ask for that for a fine cast miniature.
You're gonna have to borrow mine.
Now you do have Galadriel, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of play that. You know, she's my favorite character. Yeah.
Why didn't I do that?
Because you got smart.
That's mean. Alright guys, well, so Walker, last minute, what's are you going to get in the top 3?
Yeah, that's my goal. Top 3.
Top 3?
The ultimate goal is to get first place. Because we gotta lay some beat down.
Yep. I'm just going to end up being humble, that's all about it. I don't really know.
I'm going with the typical American attitude. We're right.
Yeah, America!
We win.
Alright. Alright guys, we'll see you guys very soon when we get closer to Walker's crush of the Canadians.
Crush of the Canadians.
Hey guys, so we are now in the hotel. Me and Walker have arrived. We're actually about to leave. We got all showered up, except for Walker because he likes being stinky.
I wanted to brush my teeth.
Well, he's at least going to brush his teeth. But we are at the Crown Royal Plaza Hotel, I believe. So we actually have talked with Sam Taylor, one of the first of the OSBGL, and he's going to meet us at Phoenix Games. And this is our view of Canada. Pretty much doesn't look that much different from everything else. No, it's just a city. I think we're in Kitchener. Kitchener, right?
Kitchener.
All right, so we are in Kitchener. And yeah, I think this is actually going to be a bunch of fun. Us and Sam Taylor are going to go to the pub. I think he said Jack. I forgot. It's a pub. We're going to go to Phoenix Games, meet the Iversons, then some of the rest of the DCHL, and then they're going to meet us a little bit later on. So we will keep you guys informed. Now keep in mind, when you guys see this, it'll actually be the next day. So when you guys finally see this video, it'll probably be while we're playing in a tournament or recovering from being drunk. I promise you, though, we're not going to be in a hangover state while we crush the Canadians. How much of an insult would that be if we were all hungover and we beat them?
You already said you wanted to be hungover.
So if I'm hungover, which a lot of people know me from the DCHL, I'll tend to drink sometimes. GBHL James, me drink a lot of Nova. If I do drink a lot, then I'll keep drinking during the tournament, so that way I'm not in a hungover state, so I can beat them. So, all right, well, we'll catch you guys up right when we're at the bar and at Phoenix Games, which is the area that we are playing at, and hopefully we'll have a really awesome Friday evening. See you guys soon. Hey guys, it's DCHL Devin here, and Walker. We have actually just come out of a bar, and where we, I guess, technically learned the game of curling.
Yeah, we forgot what the hell it was called.
Yeah, we were sitting there watching TV, we're like, what the hell is this? The waitress is just like, oh, well, you guys aren't Canadian at all, are you?
We're like, no.
Nope, not at all.
We are not Canadians.
So she taught us about loonies and, what were the other ones?
Loonies and coonies.
Toonies?
Toonies.
Toonies, I think it was. Yeah,
Canadian money.
They have adorable terms for their money, which is awesome. So, so now we're actually on our way to meet the rest of the.
Stop running into people.
I'll try not to. See, Walker just saved me. That's how much I need him. So, we're actually about to meet the rest of the DCHL and the Canadians actually today, the OSBGL. We're going to the game store now after a beer. Yes, again. We actually were already there. I did not film it, but we were there. And then we're going to go there. Yeah, I think we're going to drink all night. Walker said he's going to join me in drinking. Yep. You know what?
I'll drink, but I'm not gonna drink like you do.
Drink 5 in the morning. No, honestly, I'm pretty beat compared to the British. So, but
You're a weakling.
no. Hey, I'm representing here. I'm trying. I'm trying my best. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you guys very soon into our next adventure. Hey, guys.
America.
So this is Devin here again. We've met with Sam Taylor.
Hello.
Yep, one of the Canadian players, and he's on my side. That just settling for 10 top 10.
He's playing to go first, man. He's not on your side.
I'm 100% on your side. You should go for top 10.
Exactly.
No way, I don't have You're listening to me.
He's just upset that I'm being humble. So
Watch Devin gets first tomorrow. That ain't happening, but it'd be funny.
It's very possible.
hey guys, you
never know what happens.
I think I could do well, Gabe. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go first place now. I'm gonna beat Walker. I'm gonna request Walker.
I don't want to fight you. You live down the street from me. I don't really want to fight you again.
So we haven't met the Iversons yet. They're kind of still walking around. Oh, I'm about to get run over. We haven't met them yet. They are a bit late, but right now I think we're just gonna go back to the hotel and
We're going to see if we can track them down.
yeah. Maybe they emailed DC Hobbit League. We don't have, unfortunately, our email addresses. I'm sorry, our phones don't work, of course, because we're in another country. So we are trying to run around, and Sam Taylor's phone decided to crash.
It does that.
Yeah.
On a semi-regular basis.
So after that, I believe, where are we going to eat?
Food.
Food. All right, we're going to get food.
Well, it's called the Firkin.
Oh, the Firkin.
Get some Ontario craft beer.
There you go.
Good stuff.
I like anything that has beer in it. So.
Ontario's not a city, it's a
Province. Yes.
All right, guys. Well, we'll go ahead and see you guys soon. Hopefully, we'll then see the Iversons, and we'll end up getting this night started. All right, see you soon. Hey guys, so I'm gonna show you probably the weirdest thing. We're walking around Canada, just normal, and Walker notices, hey look, there's a gym. This whole building is a Good Life Fitness gym, that whole thing. And then look what they sell just underneath it in this little square plaza. So what we want to know from our resident expert, why is it that they have a McDonald's?
Well, I think it's probably to do with protein.
Protein.
You gotta go there and get your good your protein milkshake. You know, best source of protein you could get. And then also probably just to pack on the weight so you can keep warm in the winter time. You don't want to take off too much, you know, it's a balance here more than anything.
There we go, guys. The Canadian explanation for McDonald's in the same building as your Good Life Fitness.